Well, it's funny you should say that. It's a most peculiar thing. Yes, it's funny you should say that. I was talking to a man and I saw he wore a ring. Yes, it's funny you should say that. And I told him of a dream where I caught and ate a whale. Then I woke up feeling hungry. He said,
"That's a curious tale, for a drink contains a wish. In this case a giant fish. As the pleasure you are under might have broken you from slumber. To relieve the pangs of hunger you just treat yourself a dish."
Well, it's funny you should say that. It's a most peculiar thing. Yes, it's funny you should say that. For I also met a man and he also wore a ring. Yes, it's funny you should say that. And I told him of a dream where the sun was at its height, but my toes were blocks of ice. He said,
"Let me get this right. You are tall and so your feet must protrude beyond the sheet. While you sleep there unprotected, that discomfort is detected, and it's just as I suspected. You are trying to strain some heat."
but there are 6 white wolves in the dead of the night on the branch of a tree. And they have such big eyes and they're shining so bright, all the better to see. They have such big ears, all the better to hear, and they're listening to me. And they have such sharp teeth, all the better to eat, and they're looking at me.
Well, it's funny you should say that. It's a most peculiar thing. Yes, it's funny you should say that. I was speaking to a man, but I don't recall a ring. Yes, it's funny you should say that. And I told him of a dream where I turned into a snail, and he said,
"It is simplicity to follow such a trail, for this creature takes his shell anywhere that he may roam. But one must keep you on the move. You fear your wife may disapprove, so like the snail you just remove and take her on your home."
if I step on a line, something will happen. There are rats in a jar, something terrible will happen.
And they have such big eyes and they're shining so bright,
On a
all the
line,
better to see.
something will happen.
And they have such sharp teeth,
There are
all the
rats
better to eat.
in a jar, something will happen.
Tell me, what do they want?
"What do they want?
Tell me, what can they be?
Tell me, what can they be?
Tell me, what does it mean?
Tell me, what does it mean?
Tell me, what do you see?
Tell me, what do you see?"
Fantasia, nothing is what it seems. Fantasia, the world that's made out of dreams. Fantasia, nothing is what it seems. Fantasia.
Well, it's funny you should say that. It's a most peculiar thing. Yes, it's funny you should say that. Though I haven't met this man, so he didn't wear a ring. It's so funny you should say that. If I told him of a dream where I turned into a hat that was round and made of fur, would he say,
"Nothing wrong with that. As I sit here in my chair, I can see your no despair, and it is my observation that this caused you much frustration. So you dreamed of consolation to replace the loss of hair."
I'm going to be a man.